Shalom, it's Jeremiah Yakal. Before we start off, I want to give praises to the Father and the Son. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Barakatah Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Yahweh to the people ignorantly called God, and Yahushua to the people ignorantly called Jesus. So-called black, so-called Hispanic, so-called Native Americans. You are the Hebrew Israelites. So, today with me getting, back to the basics. A lot of our people wonder or think that, the things we go through as a people and as a nation are just how things are supposed to be. Like they're normal. But, they're not. And, now we finna get into this and, break it down. This is Deuteronomy 28:54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother. This is one of the curses as Israelites that we are going through. We don't have that brotherly love, that brotherly compassion as a people and, as a nation, towards each other. That's why, majority of the murderings and killings that happen in the so-called black, so-called Hispanic, so-called Native American community are at the hands of our own brothers and are at the hands of our own sisters. It says, his eye shall be evil towards his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and towards the remnant of his children will he shall lead. This is why a lot of brothers and sisters don't even know their dad, or maybe their dad may have left them sometime at a point in their life, maybe when they was a baby. They can't recall memories of their father. This is why, because this was a curse that was placed upon our people, for our disobedience. But now, since we're in the very end, man, we're seeing, these curses that were placed on us for our disobedience starting to be applied to our enemies, man. We're seeing these heathens going through, things. Like their woman cheating on them. They are leaving their kids. And also, look at Russia-Ukraine war. We got Edomites slaughtering each other right now. So we got, even though these plagues were placed on us, now since we're here, man, it's starting to be recompensed upon their head. As we're in the very end of this, captivity that we're in Mystery Babylon the Great, which is America. And we're at the very, very end of this thing. And if as a people, as a nation, this is our last captivity. This is our last, time going through the things that we are going through, man. But these nations, they're going to continue to feel, the curses, the plagues, And this is Deuteronomy 28:55. It says, so that he will not give to any of them the flesh of his children whom he shall eat, because he hath nothing left in him in the siege, and this greatness wherewith thine enemies shall disgrace thee in all thy gates. And this is what was happening when our kingdom, our land was being sieged by these different nations. They were circling outside of the walls, not letting food get into the walls. Because if you are in a fortified city and your enemy is surrounding your fortified city, they're not letting goods and stuff come into your gates, your walls. So eventually there's going to be a famine in that city. But just like how that happened to our people for our disobedience, man, time to come, shit hitting the fan, man. This famine is going to be so bad that these heathens, these Idumeans, these Edomites are going to be eating their own children, man. Because cannibalism is coming back on this earth in a mass level, man. So just imagine how bad a famine has to be to you to even think about, eating your kids, maybe eating your wife. Hell, even eating your fucking hand, your fucking thumb, man. So severe mass famine is coming back again to this earth in a mass level, man. But with that, hope this lesson was edifying through spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shah. All praises unto Yahweh Shem Shah. Until next time, Shalom, Yashar.